No. No, no, no.
No! God, please, no!
Paul Feig and Ghostbusters 2016 go away
And never come back!
What's up, everybody? Today we're here to talk about Ghostbusters and a little disturbing news that I came across. Apparently Paul Feig, or is it Feig, whatever his last name is, that's the direction of that atrocity of Ghostbusters 2016, the movie no one asked for, and the movie that was literally the worst Ghostbusters ever made, is hoping for a crossover with Ghostbusters Afterlife, because of course the trailer is so amazing, all the fans seem to be on board, and first one of the cast was bashing on the film before the movie was even out, right? Leslie, I don't know if you remember, but a while ago she was kind of posting some really kind of childish tweets complaining about this film, just saying F us, like it's like we never existed. I mean, are you kidding me? First and foremost, your movie didn't even mention the original films. Long story short, he's hoping for a crossover. I mean, no. Absolutely no. This would be a disaster. Please, no. I am sick and tired. Like, people did not like that movie. That movie was not funny. Ghostbusters 2016 needs to be erased and forgotten from history. That movie should have never been made. Let me just be very clear. I have nothing against those actors. I actually think that they're funny. I really like their SNL skits. They always make me laugh. But Ghostbusters 2016 was a terrible film with a terrible script. Even Chris Hemsworth, my God, they just made so much fun of him. I don't understand why he signed up for that movie. It was terrible. Not only that, right? It was a movie that was definitely agenda driven, and it has proven many, many times that people don't like that. So now we have this news over here, and please, Sony, I hope that you learned your lesson, okay? Do not do this. Sometimes when directors are throwing ideas out there, it's because perhaps there's some conversation behind the scenes, and I'm like, no, please do not do that, okay? This movie hasn't even come out yet. The fans are excited. It looks very beautiful. It's bringing the original cast back, and now you want to be part of it? Come on. But let's see what they're saying over here. Paul Feig wants his Ghostbusters 2016 team to return, hopes for Afterlife crossover. No! I'm serious. Do not do this, please. Oh my God, I'm so over this. This movie should have never been made. Okay, we probably won't be seeing a sequel to 2016 Ghostbusters, well, if Sony is smart, reboot, anytime soon, because director Paul Feig is willing to settle for a crossover. This summer, the highly anticipated movie Ghostbusters Afterlife will be hitting theaters, bringing the franchise back to the big screen after a 4-year absence. As most of us know, the movie serves as a direct sequel to the original Ghostbusters and its 1989 sequel, completely ignoring the 2016 reboot. Yes, because they're smart. That movie should have never been made. More than likely, this also spells the end of Feig's Ghostbusters canon. Though the director is still holding out hope for seeing the reboot's characters return in a crossover movie. I mean, are you serious? How delusional do you have to be? You didn't have a good script. You didn't. Not only that, I think their biggest mistake was to ignore the original films, and it was. Speaking at Television Critics Association panel for Zoe Extraordinary Playlist, Feig had this to say about the concept of seeing Abby, Erin, Patty, and Jillian once again, possible even in a crossover with Ghostbusters Afterlife. God, why are people even asking these? Do not give them ideas. I hope was so great in the comic book world. They've done a lot of crossover ones where there's like an interdimensional rip, and our team joins up with the original Ghostbusters. So the fact that already being laid and made comic book canon, anything could happen. So who knows? Oh my God, I hope there's no talk behind the scenes. I would love to see that team come back. We had so much fun making that movie for whatever controversy it caused. Okay, So it seems like everyone wants to be Marvel and everyone wants to build a MCU of their own. I'm not sure if that would work with Ghostbusters. So what they're talking about here is kind of a multiverse idea. My latest video is talking about the DC universe. One of the things I said is that perhaps there will be creating this multiverse thing. That's a way to reboot things. I'm not sure if this would work with Ghostbusters, especially when it comes to comic books. Yes, there were crossovers on comic books. If you guys don't know, Transformers, and I think even the female Ghostbusters had a crossover on comic books, but you know, they're not that popular. They're not Marvel and they're not DC. That's what I'm saying. I don't think it would work. And no, please do not make me pissed off. Let's continue. The comic book crossover Paul Feig is referring to was released by IDY, published in 2017, called Ghostbusters 101. The 6-part series featured a team of Ghostbusters from 1984 original, partnering with the ladies from the reboot. Well, if they had done that in the movies, you know, if they had gone with that idea, perhaps the movie wouldn't have been such a disaster. But no, they didn't even mention the original characters. And you have Leslie going all mad on Twitter as if her movie was the beginning of it all. You know, being so upset that no one is mentioning Ghostbusters 2016. Are you kidding me? Reboot when their universe are inadvertently merged together. This does set the precedent for crossing over the multi-universe in Ghostbusters franchise. What are you talking about? Oh my goodness, I saw this coming. The concept of which has become a bit of a trend in movies and television in the recent years. Of course, milk that cow. Man, where are the original ideas? I'm super excited for Ghostbusters Afterlife because, you know, all the original cast is back and the trailer looks beautiful. It looks like it's going to be a well-made film. And not only that, the people involved seem to really love the material. I'm on board with that, but seriously, you have to make sure, Sony, that this movie is good and makes money before you have any other ideas out there. No one wants to see Ghostbusters, the female Ghostbusters, ever again, okay? Especially, I don't know. The question is whether fans would actually want to see the potential crossover. No! We don't. I don't actually happen on big screen, but if not, more comic book or animation movies are also possibilities. Okay, I'm okay with the animation and comic books, no films. Feige Ghostbusters starred Kristen Wiig, Melissa McCarthy, Leslie Jones, and Kate McKinnon. I actually think that they're very talented, they're very funny, but they had a terrible script and the movie was the worst. Seriously, forget about that movie. Though it shared no connection in terms of storyline to the original Ghostbusters, it did feature Bill Murray, Ernie Hudson, and Dan Aykroyd in cameo appearances as new characters. Big mistake. Even before the movie's release, it was met with very harsh... I don't even remember them in the movie. I remember Bill Murray. It was met with harsh criticism from many fans of the franchise and essentially boycotted by millions before it premiered. I wonder why. How many times do they have to fail to find out that people are not really concerned about their stupid agenda? They just want to go to movies and have fun, give us a good story, and stop rehashing the old or gender swapping stuff, man. This led to the reboot underperforming at the box office and freezing at any possibility the movie may have had for its own direct sequel. Thank God, there is a God. For what it's worth, Ghostbusters fans seem to be more excited about Ghostbusters Afterlife. Well, because it actually looks like a good movie and it takes time. It's taking place on the same timeline of the original. Not the timeline, but like those movies exist within that universe. Though primarily following a new cast of characters, the movie will feature several original stars returning to reprise their roles. One of the biggest complaints expressed over Feig's version was that it tossed the original continuity aside. Yes! So setting Afterlife in the same universe puts a sequel off to a good start. Before we start talking about any other potential sequels or crossover movies, let's see how Afterlife turns out. The movie will be released in theaters July 10, 2020. This comes out to us from the film. Yes, so that is what is going on. Hopefully Paul Feig will just keep hoping, and this was not going to happen as far as movie goes, because I'm pretty sure people showed that they are not really willing to pay money to see this again. You know, if they do want to eventually do some sort of a crossover, they will have to work very well on the script. I am never against things, but they have to stop. You know, remember how there was no all the men were so stupid in that movie? You know, if you saw Ghostbusters 2016, like Chris Hemsworth's character, it was just the worst. I'm all for supporting female characters and female-led movies. I have no problem with that, but as long as it's not at the expense of the other sex, because when that happens, it's just, to me, it's no longer equal, it's no longer fair, it's just not right. But anyways, guys, that's the news. Drop your comments down below. Would you like to see Ghostbusters Afterlife crossover? Of course, this is not happening now in the summer because the movie has finished production already. They're probably just editing now and doing visual effects, so this is not going to happen now, but this could potentially happen in the future. So I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop your comments down below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that thumbs up, subscribe for more, and I'll see you next time. Bye.